Hey, it's William Michael. I just thought I'd say what up. It's kind of late tonight. It's probably about 12:30 Pacific time, and I'm finally in a position to start broadcasting my message for today. Once again, I just want to thank you all for your friend ads, your emails, your prayers, and all the great things that are going on right now. At this point, exciting things are happening. My church out in Ventura, California, the River Community. Come check it out. We have a great bottled water ministry. We have a great guest speaker list that comes in and speaks to us. But they're totally embracive of the concepts and the ideas that we're talking about here on this daily video about hooking our churches up using the internet. Right now, we're putting together a cast of characters or ministries that we're going to bring together dealing with issues like sexual addiction, creation science, which deals with evolution versus creation. Now, that's an important subject that we really need to address. Did we evolve from nothing to become something? Or do you believe in the first 10 words of the Bible, which is in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth? And this is a great ministry that deals with this subject in a way that people can understand, but the scientific community hasn't really been able to address because evolution is merely a theory, it's not fact. And since the 1960s, we've been promoting evolution in our schools. Ever since we've introduced evolution into the classroom, so many issues have happened because of it. Pregnancy out of wedlock, drug use, sex before marriage. A lot of statistics have happened since we've introduced evolution as relativism has really surfaced in our world, which is what is right, what is wrong. Because if you believe you evolved from nothing, you have no purpose in life. So we as believers in Jesus Christ really need to understand that we were created, but we need to be able to be armed with the information to deal with potential atheists or agnostics that come into our life. Beyond creation science, we want to deal with issues about the Word of Faith movement, about healings. The Word of Faith movement is primarily around healing and prosperity. That if you have enough faith, anything will come in your life. But unfortunately, a lot of what you see on TBN and God TV is just based on the Word of Faith movement. And many of these people are merely out there to make money off of each other. And that's where my tithings issues comes into place. So we're putting together some really cool stuff that we want to take out into the country as far as the U.S. to really talk about reviving common sense and then bringing in individuals to help us talk about these issues, tying it into how can we become better witnesses in the real world to share the gospel with others, but most importantly, using technology to hook our churches up in this very way that we're doing so right now. Instead of me, this could be your pastor. This could be your ministry leaders. This could be a community organizer. But sharing with each other, not only in our churches and our communities, but linking up using technology with other churches and sharing our testimony. So I'm really excited the fact that my church is embracive of this, that we're going to get this going. We're part of the Four Square International organization, so I can only imagine direction that this is going to go in. But I have a friend out there on MySpace that I know is probably going to be watching this, but I came out of from being an agnostic to an atheist to a believer to falling into the realms of this whole New Age movement, Gnosticism, the Gnostic Bible, meaning secret knowledge. And everything in the Bible has pretty much said everything that we need to understand when it comes to God. Jesus said it. And there's a movement out there of prosperity, healing, dimensions, the Christ consciousness, ascending into heaven. We see a lot of that with Oprah. But we have to be like smart individuals that discern information. There is a devil, contrary to a lot of people want you to believe, and the devil himself, because the devil has played the greatest trick on humanity, which is convincing humanity that he doesn't exist, and there are demons and principalities of darkness. And this movement is scary, to say the least. And we really got to be careful about this and discern. And the only way to discern is to get into the Word of God. And I just wanted to kind of point that out there, um, because it's interesting to see some of the information that I'm getting online to convince me otherwise. But there is no convincing. I've walked that walk. I found myself on the side of a mountain in Yosemite, of all places, practicing non-ordinary states of consciousness, indigenous ways of practicing one spirituality around the Christ consciousness. Wow. And I was exposed to a lot of very interesting things. I'm not going to judge it. But throughout that whole experience, I kept coming back to the Bible. I kept coming back to my beliefs in Jesus Christ. But what it taught me is to be frustrated with organized religion. Not all organized religion's bad, but a lot of the dogma that was placed upon me just didn't make sense any longer of my life. So I just want to shout out to my friend that, hey, I enjoy our friendship, and all we can do is really share our faith and plant seeds. Um, and some things are going to come as if they appear to be light, to be love. And it's scary to see what's going on in the world today. Gordon Brown showed up at the White House to propose a plan where the United States and Europe can come closer together, creating a unified type of currency or reserve system. That's scary. The New World Order is here. And it's not going to be all doom and gloom and scary like we've been reading in the Bible, but it's going to be just as scary, but it's going to be categorized in ways that we can understand and be deceived and fooled. But on the same note, what are we doing right now? What are we doing to get closer together and to share our testimonies with each other? So I'm going to start kind of sharing a little bit more about my life, about my walk, what's going on. I'm really eager to get out there. I bought a book called Vagabonding, I think it was called The Uncommon or the Practical Way to Travel the World Indefinitely, something like that. So I'm getting prepared. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. I figure I'm just going to offer these services to churches for free to get them hooked up, and we'll see what kind of goes on from there. So I appreciate all the prayers. Things are really coming together with clarity. I really want to come to towns where you're at and speak to you. So I need help creating this, getting the word out. So whatever thoughts and suggestions, advice that you have, it would be greatly appreciated. Because I think that this is beyond me. This is about you and sharing our testimonies and everyone doing this in a way that we can understand and be a light within the darkness, especially in a place like my space. So this is William Michael out in the garage. Thought this would be a little bit of a change as a broadcast for tonight. So you're in my prayers. Please keep me in your prayers. And don't forget to buy the book, Reviving Common Sense, which can be found at jesusismyfriend.com. And I look forward to broadcasting more tomorrow night as we continue this adventure that's being led by Jesus Christ. Peace out, brothers. This is William Michael, out.